18 months in the gamma lab. I put the brains and the brawn together. And now look at me. Best of both worlds.
What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to C-Roll Productions. You guys, I realized I didn't give you guys my top 10 moments for Avengers Endgame. And there's just so many moments throughout this entire film that I loved. It is by far the greatest superhero movie, the greatest comic book movie I've ever seen in theaters. The greatest movie experience I've ever had in a movie theater. I've never cheered, laughed, or cried so hard during this movie, you guys. It was just a fitting finale for some of our beloved MCU characters that the Russo brothers have really adapted into this massive two-part series of a conclusion of the Infinity Saga. It was just so well done, and I tip my hats off to everybody who worked on this film and everybody who's ever done anything for the Marvel Cinematic Universe over the past 11 years. Without them, we wouldn't be where we're at now. It's just phenomenal. I actually had a little talk with Terry Notary. Some of you guys may know him. He played Rocket in the Planet of the Apes series with Andy Serkis, and he played one of the children of Thanos. I forgot his name. Jesus Christ, Black Dwarf. Not Corvus Glaive. Not Proximity Midnight. Oh my God, I'm totally drawing a blank right now. The big one. He played the big one. He did the motion capture performance for the huge guy, right? And he came into where I work, and you know, before I saw the movie, I was like, yo, I'm so pumped to see this movie. I was like, I'm gonna see this movie like 5 times. And then just the other day, I ran into him again at work, and he walked up to him, and he was like, so how was it? And I was like, I absolutely loved every aspect of this movie. And he was so hyped. He was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna take, you know, my kids to see it again, because he went to the red carpet premiere. He went to go take his family again to go see it, you know, in their local theater. But it was just fun, you know, chatting it up with him and talking about certain things with the film, and he was telling me about certain scenes that they filmed, and just having everybody on set was just mind-boggling. So it was a fun talk with him. But like I said, Endgame was a cultural, generational event. And when I say cultural, the comic book culture. You know, fans of the Marvel Universe, fans of the Marvel Comics and everything that, you know, that this type of genre brings. And it was just astounding. But in this video, you guys, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 moments for Avengers Endgame. So many moments. This list was incredibly hard to make. Some things didn't make the top 10, but I've had some good stuff on here, you guys. Number 10, Old Man Cap passing the torch to Sam Wilson, the Falcon. That scene was so heartfelt. Seeing Chris Evans in the makeup that makeup looked incredibly well done. At first, I thought that was a whole new character, a whole new person playing an older Cap. But to find out that, you know, he had full-blown makeup and prosthetics on, it looked great. Fantastic. And that final sequence of him talking to Sam and, you know, walking up on his left, you know, I'm on your left, or to your left, and them talking to each other and just passing the torch, like, this is what Captain America is, and I'm giving it to you, you know. And it was so incredible to see. So excited to see where they take this new character, where they take this new iteration of Captain America in the Marvel Universe. Sam Wilson was definitely a great pick to pick up the mantle, and I just absolutely loved and adored that entire scene. It was fantastic, you guys. Number 9, Steve and Peggy Carter's last dance. That scene for the final shot of the movie was so damn sad. Because we all know Steve and Peggy. We all know about them, and, you know, the final dance and things like that. There's, you know, it's always mentioned or brought up, or he pulls out his little time watch and he has a picture of Cardi. Got a picture of Cardi B in there, not Peggy Carter. It was so sad to see. He finally got the last dance with Peggy. You know, he made the date. You know, at the end of the first Avengers, she was like, you know, be here for, you know, our dance or whatnot. And just to see that come full circle and them in the living room dancing with each other was so damn good. And the music is what really got me, because that was the same music playing in Cap's apartment in Captain America Winter Soldier when Nick Fury was in the apartment. I love how this film touched base on so many other films, bringing all the continuity together. It was astonishing, you guys. Such a great scene. Number 7, the A-Force team, when all the ladies were walking up against Thanos' army, Spider-Man gives the nanotech gauntlet to Captain Marvel, and Okoye is like, she's got to back up, or she's got to help. And you just see everybody there, You have Pegasus, and you have Valkyrie, you have Gamora, you have Nebula, you have the Wasp, you have Shuri, you have Okoye, you have Mantis. It was such a moment, and to see all the ladies scream in the theater, I was cheering because I knew what that moment meant to them. So I was on board with that. I loved it, and every time I see that scene, it's so kick-ass. I'm like, yes, the future, I love it. Representation is very important, very important. When you think about women superheroes, we really haven't got any great iterations, not until this past couple years. Like Wonder Woman really set that off, and go back to Halle Berry's Catwoman, the whole sex appeal thing, and just it fell short. But now it's a new age. The new age is coming, and I love the way it's looking. It's looking good. High hopes. That was number 7. Going at number 6, the Hail Hydra scene. The callback to Captain America Winter Soldier when he walks into the elevator scene with all the SHIELD agents that are really Hydra agents. And he's like, new calls, I'm running point on the scepter. And he was like, Rumlow was like, I can't allow that. And he was like, such and such. He leans over, he's like, Hail Hydra. Oh, that was such a, because he outsmarted them. Cap knew who he knew who they were. He outsmarted them. He's like, I don't have to beat you guys' ass in this elevator scene again. I'm just gonna outsmart you. Hail Hydra. And he just passed it over the scepter, and just they were like, oh shit, he knows? Such a moment. I absolutely love that moment. He walks out the elevator scene with a smirk on his face. I'm like, that is so fucking cool. Call back to one of the greatest Marvel movies, Winter Soldier, of course. Number 5, you have Tony's death, the funeral scene. That entire scene, the music that was playing was so beautiful. Having everybody on set that day must have been remarkable. And I loved how the shot panned to everybody that was there at the funeral. Starting from front, then going all the way to the back. You see like Peter, you see Cap, you see Bruce, you see Thor, then you panning over, you see, you see Hank Pym, you see Ant-Man and the Wasp, you see Janet, and then you panning over to the Guardians. And it's just beautiful camera movements to capture the essence of that scene, which I really, really enjoyed. Such a fan. I can only imagine what it was like being on, set that scene. Being on set that day. Fantastic. That was number 5. Number 4, you have the Trinity versus Thanos. When Thanos comes to Earth through the whole portal and whatnot, Nebula hooks him up, and he destroys the Avengers base, and he's just out there kicking it, waiting. And then you see Thor already just out there waiting for his ass, looking at him. Cap and Iron Man walk out. Well, let's kill him properly this time. Oh, what a moment. That shit was so sick. I lost my shit. I went ballistic. This fool welded 2 weapons. Got the full armor back on, but with a beer belly. Braided beard. I absolutely loved that moment. That entire fight scene. They were just going at it with each other, dude. Damn, what a moment. What a moment. Thor is pissed. He's like, let's kill him properly this time. Let's go. Like, it was so awesome to see, and they're walking up to him. I was just like, oh, this is such a moment. Such a moment. That was number 4. Coming at number 3, Tony sacrificing himself. The snap. Looks at Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange just, this is that one moment. And this is it. Tony knows what he has to do. You see the look in his eyes. You see the look in his face. He knows what he has to do. Goes over there, wrestles with Thanos a little bit. His ability, his nanotech armor that he has on, has the ability to take the stones off Thanos' gauntlet and wields the Infinity Stones. And the last words, I am Iron Man. Boom! What a moment. Tony sacrificing himself for the fate of the universe. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Call back to the first Avengers. What did Cap and Tony argue about? You're not the guy to lay down on the wire and let the other guy crawl over you to make the sacrifice play. Made this full circle. Tony is that guy. Fantastic. Love that scene. Number 2. Woo! Yo, when this shit happened, I lost my shit. When Cap was worthy of Thor's hammer. Oh, that shit was so sick. I lost my shit. I lost my marbles. That was such a moment. And you see Thor. I knew it. Call back to Age of Ultron, because when he slightly lifted the hammer up, apparently the Russo brothers said that he's always been worthy, he just didn't want to lift the hammer to fuck with Thor's ego. I was like, holy shit. And it was time. When he had that, then he had the shield, and he was like, oh my god, yo, he was giving Thanos the work. Literally, just bling, throwing the shield, hitting with the hammer, just then using the lightning. He was giving him the business. That scene was so fucking good. Fantastic. Every nerd's dream. It was a nerdgasm. What a moment. Cap wielding the hammer. Beautiful. Number 1, of course you guys already know, Avengers Assemble. When everybody's coming out of the portals and Cap he's just emotional. Black Panther's out, Falcon flies out, everybody's just out of the portals. Ant-Man grows big, drops off the Hulk, War Machine, and Rocket. They all just lined up beautifully. Cap calls for the hammer. Avengers Assemble. Thor screams, Black Panther screams, everybody's charging. What a moment. I have never seen anything like that ever in my life. It was so awesome. To see everybody charging over at Thanos and his army. Oh my goodness, it was unbelievable. Definitely the greatest moment in the MCU that I've ever seen in any movie. The entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, that was the greatest payoff moment I've ever seen. It was so good. Y'all, I don't think we'll ever get anything like that again. I just don't think we will. And you know what? I'm fine with that, because I got to live through 10 years of the Marvel Universe to lead up to this movie, and moments like that. It was just incredible, you guys. But there you guys have it. That's my top 10 moments for Avengers Endgame. Like I said, there were many moments that I loved, many moments that didn't make the list, but definitely are still some of my favorite moments. Post your comments down below, you guys' favorite moments in Avengers Endgame. What's your number 1? What's your number 10? What's the, your most emotional moment, your most exciting moment? I am curious to know what you guys are thinking about Avengers Endgame. Post your comments down below, you guys, and thank you for taking time in your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.